Look, 90% of people struggle in the product research phase. They overthink, they second guess every decision, and ultimately never start to sell anything. Or even if they found a product to sell, they struggle to get sales and they eventually give up. So, how do you find winning products that actually sell? Or even guarantee sales for you? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 critical things that every seller must do before they start selling products so you have the biggest chance of making money. Now, these are not just theories, but exactly what I've done myself to generate tens of thousands of dollars in monthly revenue for me and my clients. And by learning these steps, you'll easily find winning product ideas. And I'm going to show you what smart sellers are doing today to make the competition irrelevant. Because this seller is making $250,000 a month in a highly competitive niche. Now let's start with the first thing that you must look at when you're doing product research: timing. Now this one's pretty basic, but most people still get this wrong. You see a lot of YouTube videos showing you that, this shop's making $100,000, $300,000, but without knowing the time frame, these numbers are meaningless. Making $100,000 in 1 year and $100,000 in 5 years is completely different. That's the difference between making $8,300 per month and $1,600 per month. So let's take this shop for example. So one thing that I always do is to check when the shop was created. Just by scrolling down to the bottom here, they usually tell you the year or even the month that it was created. But if you can't find it, you can simply go to one of the listings here. And if you have the Everbee Chrome extension, you can click on Analyze Listing. And it will tell you when the listing was created. And if you click on Shop Details up here, you can also see when the shop was created. And if I go to the shop level here, and I run the Chrome extension one more time, I'm going to analyze all listings. Then I can see all the revenue of each listing that they have, and I can see when each listing was created here. All right, so that gives you a lot of context before you take the next step in your analysis. Now the question is, what is a good listing age or a shop age? Right? What number am I looking for? So for me, typically I like to see a shop that's been created within the last 12 months. Obviously, the younger the shop, the better, because it shows me that a new shop that's starting from zero, with no sales history or ranking history, can still break into a competitive market. And also shows me that they are doing something unique that makes people choose them over the existing competitors. Now let's take a look at this other listing that I found. Let's click on Analyze Listing. You can see that this listing was just created about 3 months ago. And if I go to Shop Details, and the shop's pretty new as well, 7 months, right? Which is very impressive if you think about it. A listing that's only 3 months old is already generating $14,000 in revenue every month. And you can see that they've only uploaded about 44 listings here, which is very impressive. By the way, Everbee still has the buy one, get one free deal. So if you want to try this out, you want to do this research for yourself, I've got the link down below. Now, once you've found a potential winner, right, you want to take it a step further. You want to check if it's a seasonal product. For example, you know that these teacher appreciation products were selling very well back in May or June. So if you see huge revenue numbers from these stores, you have to understand that these products are seasonal, right? They don't consistently sell throughout the year. And the reason why I give this particular example is because sometimes these are not obvious, unlike, a Christmas ornament, right? It's obvious that it's a holiday item. So I recommend taking this extra step so you don't get burned in the middle. Now, an easy way to find out whether something's seasonal or not, you can simply go to Google Trends. So you can type in your keyword here, filter by the time frame. You can go 12 months or 5 years. And if you see here, these products are basically just searched during May. So unless you're specifically looking for seasonal products, you probably need to be aware of these. Now, before I get to the next strategy, I want to share some quick words from our sponsor, .store domains. Now, one key step to building a real business that stands out from the crowd is to build your own website with a .store domain. So .store domain is not just a web address, but it's your brand's identity outside the marketplace. And it's not a surprise that these successful Etsy sellers are thriving with their .store domain websites. So we got sockmate.store, ssweddings.store, tonco.store. Having your own website not only gives you control of your business, but it helps build trust and credibility with your audience, even as you continue to sell on Etsy. Because having a website with a .store domain allows you to direct customers to a dedicated website where they can view your products, learn more about your brand, and connect with your business directly. With a .store domain, your brand has a home, making it easier to grow and expand. Now today I'm partnering with my friends at .store domains to give you a special deal. Simply click on the link down below and enter my code Jason and you can secure a .store domain for just 99 cents. Now back to the video. Now this strategy is to focus on profits and not revenue, because we don't care about top line revenue, but we care about how much of that we actually get to bring home. Let's take this listing for example. So let's click on the Everbee Chrome extension here. Now you can see that this listing is making $8,300 a month, but you have to understand that there are costs involved for products like these, and you have to take into account Etsy fees, right? Because most people think that they can just copy this product and make $8,300 every month. Now I'm going to show you a quick way on how I would calculate all this just to see how much I'll take home when you see a product like this. Now we know that this is probably a print-on-demand product, which means that they're not holding any inventory. So let's just pick iPhone 14 here to get the price. All right, it's $26. And if we scroll down to the bottom, you can see that they also charge about $5 for shipping. So that's about $30 total. Now you can fulfill this product using a print-on-demand provider like Gelato here. So I'm going to use this to calculate our profit for this example. So let's go to the catalog here and let's look for phone cases. All right, so just click on this Flexi case here, which is the bestseller. And as you can see, they have the exact phone case here. So I'm going to choose iPhone 14 here. And if you see the cost here is $759 for the product and $389 for shipping, right? That's a total of $11.50. Now keep in mind that if you have the Gelato Plus plan, you can actually get this lower price of $683. So if you guys want this, I've got a link down below where you can get 30 days of Gelato Plus for free. Now let's do a quick math here. So if you sell this for $30 minus the product cost of $11.50, and you want to take out Etsy fees, which is 6.5%, and then 20 cents for listing fee, your profit is going to be $16.35, which is 55% profit margin. Now I usually aim for 30% for print-on-demand products, so that's pretty good margins. Now let's take a step back, because before I even start doing research, that's one thing that I like to do, that is to set a monthly target. In other words, how much money do you want to make every month? It's a different number for everyone, but it gives you a solid number in your head that you want to go after. So don't do what I call the post and pray approach, where you just start listing products and hoping something will stick. Because if you want to actually achieve your goal, you want to set a solid goal and you want to find products that will help you reach that number. So let's say you have a $5,000 profit goal. I think that $5,000 profit is a good number to start, which is $60,000 a year, right? It pays for a lot of things. So let's go with 5K. You want to then work backwards, right? Okay, if we're using the phone case example, we know that our profit margin is 55%. So we need to make $9,000 in revenue to make $5,000 in profits. And we also know that the retail price and shipping price is $30. So we need to sell 303 units every single month to make $5,000 in profits. Now, keep in mind that this is just one product. Obviously, you're going to have more than one listing on your shop. If you have 30, 50 different designs, then 303 units every month is not a reasonable number to reach. Now, of course, if you want bigger margins, you can think about selling digital products like digital planners, budgeting templates, portraits, or even social media reels. With these products, you can make upwards of 90% profit margins because there are basically no physical products to fulfill, which also means that there's no shipping involved. So with any product that I launch, I always think about how can I turn this into a real business beyond just an Etsy store. I think of Etsy as a launchpad, but not as my entire business, because they make it really easy to start a shop on Etsy. You get to tap on their huge traffic, but it always comes with some downsides. You can get suspended anytime. Even stores that have been there for years get suspended. You can get false copyright claims, or you're just having constant price wars with other sellers who can sell these things for the cheapest, and you're just killing one another. That's why successful stores like this one is making at least $250,000 every month by having a presence outside of Etsy. And they're in one of the most competitive niches online. And as you can see here, they've got a fairly large YouTube channel, and they also have an Instagram account here, and they drive all the traffic to their own website. And some of the traffic spills over to their Etsy store, which is doing $250,000 every single month. Yes, she's got a pretty huge following, but guess what? She also started from zero. Now let's take a look at her website here. So if you're curious how much they're making on their website, so I can use this tool, Koala Inspector, to see how much traffic they get every month, and we can probably estimate how much money they make by the price of their products. So as you can see here, the site's bringing in about 42,000 visits every month. So let's do a quick math here. So average e-commerce conversion is about 2.5%, 3%. So let's take 2% and multiply that by 42,000. And as you can see here, they've got many different products at various price points. One for $89, $150, $89. But let's just assume $50 just to be conservative. So multiply that by $50 and we get $42,000 a month. So this means that they're making $42,000 a month in addition to their Etsy store. And I'm just being conservative here because you can see, obviously, they've got a product here for $500, right? And this is a clear example of why you should have a website to build a business that is sustainable and something that you fully control. Look, I've sold on marketplaces like Amazon and Etsy for many years, and I thought that this was the right way to go. I mean, Etsy has so much traffic already. I need to just post a product and customers will come, right? Why should I create my own website? I mean, yes, you can, and you'll make some sales. But when you reach certain milestones, when you reach $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, you want to be able to protect it. You don't want to make that 1 month and then the next month make $3,000. Right? Because that happened to me. I was able to reach $20,000, $30,000 a month, but competitors came in. They found out what I was selling, super profitable. People started copying my listing, and profits went down to $10,000, $5,000, and the product just died eventually. And it's just the same cycle with most products. But when you diversify and you have a presence outside of marketplace, it won't matter as much. So if you want to be successful, one tip for you: don't follow the crowd. Observe it, see what people are doing, but go the opposite direction. Just like this lady here who started selling t-shirts and hoodies, which, as you know, is one of the most competitive niches online. And I recently made a video about her because she made $3 million in a single year, not because of being on Etsy. In fact, she doesn't even have an Etsy store. So if you guys want to see what she did exactly, you want to check out this video here, and I will see you there.